Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Dark Souls 2, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. This thing is always very loud. Um, the game starts when I skip the introduction cutscene, and that will be when the screen goes black after this. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Dark Souls 2. Yesterday you saw Dark Souls 1, so now the game after Dark Souls 2 has some pretty interesting categories. First and foremost, this is run on old patch. The first patch is on PC, version 1.02, calibration 1.05. These are a lot of numbers. You probably don't say anything, but just know that it's an old patch. So here we start cleric with healing wares, because some of you might remember old patch, and if they do, then you remember hexes, and they're alright. Hexes are pretty alright. The other thing in this game, on this patch that makes it interesting to run for me at least, is the Bino boost and the parry walk glitches. I will get to it once you get there, but it doesn't really need that much explanation because they're pretty obvious. So this game is most popular on current patch, since there are only like 3, I think, 3 old patch runners out there. So here we're gonna pick up the binoculars, and you can immediately see why it's called the Bino boost. It makes us run faster, which is speedy, and I like speed. So we're gonna talk to this girl. They're gonna give us some juice, and the first thing we're actually gonna do here is we're gonna kill this guy. And that's a pretty rude thing to do, and I know, and I'm sorry, but we want his clothes. Because his clothes will give me more souls for each kill, and more souls is good. I'm actually have a one safety strat in the main routing of the run. I'm gonna do Dark Lurker really late into the game. It's actually just to make it easier. So we're just running here to the first boss of the game, in the speedrun at least. This is gonna be Dragon Rider, and Dragon Rider has some interesting kill. It's a nice kill. Okay. So the Dragon Rider fight, has a bit of a gimmick behind it. Like you can pull the levers and it will raise the platform so you cannot fall off. However, that's dangerous for you and the boss. So we're gonna abuse that to try and make him fall off. Alright. Alright, so here Dragon Rider is dead. Actually, I uncooked the wrong thing here. So we're gonna talk to this lovely lady here. We already have that, so we're gonna buy some offensive spells. And then we're gonna punch her.
Please stop.
And because we like killing people, apparently, we're gonna kill this lady that just sells us her spells. We do that actually to get ourselves a chime that is way better for casting hexes, and until we get a better chime, this is really the best thing to do here. Whatever. Alright, so with Dragon Rider down, you got a good chunk of spells or souls here. So we're gonna use them. And she is giving me bad RNG by sitting down, so kind of bad. Where CC list. Alright, give me some faith. So we're gonna go and head to Last Giant and the Pursuer, and we're gonna use miracles for the kills, or kill actually. We're gonna only use the miracle for the Last Giants. So they actually patched. The use of the spells in later patches, the like amounts. Like it's pretty ridiculous. You can get multiple copies of the same spell and they scale with attunement. So in this version you can just casually have like 50 lightning spears and another 30 great lightning spears. Because reasons. No idea how that made into release, but well, whatever. So you see me two-hand my left-handed weapon here. In this case, it's the binoculars. The binoculars, two-handing your left-handed weapon will skip some of the animations, which makes it a little bit faster. Like picking up this item is faster. You don't have to like put down your weapon. This is fast. Alright, so a little bit more in depth of the bino boost. Why it works, I'm just not gonna go into that because I don't know. How it works though is you're gonna zoom in with the binoculars, you're gonna roll and you cancel that roll with an attack. And once you do that, you will get a boost. It's really easy to do, most of the time at least. So we're gonna buy this, gonna buy the key and 8. What? Missing something? Okay. And 8 of those. And after that we are gonna kill her with... because we want her ring. I should have warned you guys, didn't I? I should have warned myself because I'm not used to the loudness of this game at this point, but it's alright. This is not gonna work. Okay. So the main difference here compared to Dark Souls 1 is the fact that Fog Gates won't grant you invincibility, at least not straight away. Put this here, and I'm gonna put this on. And we're gonna make our way over to the Last Giant. Last Giant is a consistent kill, if I don't mess up. So it's 2 there, 1 there. Don't do that. Alright, it is a consistent kill if he doesn't meme me. So we're gonna kill him and then we're gonna use the dark sign really quick, which makes us teleport out of here, but we don't need to, but we still get the souls from it. If I was too late here, I would lose the souls. So that's why you really should mash the using of the, oh, oops. Yeah, I forgot something there. Not too bad though. Right, so here we have the Pursuer kill, which is gonna be a parry. It's gonna be 1 ballista and 1 fireball. And that's Pursuer. And with Pursuer down, we are gonna go back to Majula to level up. So we're gonna light this bonfire, and we're gonna go and level up. And after this, we're gonna go and kill the skeleton lords, and after that, we go to Rotten. So leveling up here, she gave me bad RNG again. Which is gonna be 16. Perfect. All right. Since I could buy more bombs, I'm now really scared that I forgot something. Like I could buy 2 more bombs, but something might kill itself on the way there. Might have happened. I didn't notice, so I might also forgot something. So that's gonna be spooky. But so far so good, I guess. All right. So we bought the Saint's Hood from. From the lady, where we killed like right after to get the ring. We did that to like the Saint's Hood is like an armor piece, but it doesn't really give any defenses. However, it has some special effects on it. One of them is like it grants you 1 extra point in faith, so 25 becomes 26 faith, and the other. The other thing of the hood is that it will give you 1 additional spell cost. So that's really nice. Both of them are really nice. And coming up is gonna be the parry walking lich. Don't do this. Uh-oh. You know what? You know what? Just let's get out of here real quick. Could they like stop? Alright. Normally you can roll past that, but that didn't work for reasons. So we're gonna go. Oh, nice. You need actually stamina to bind a boost. So we're gonna grab this bonfire and rest at it to attune Resonant Soul, which is a spell I bought from the guy before. I bought Resonant Soul and Great Resonant Soul, which are both going to be used for killing people. Or more killing bots. Get parried, son. So this is one of my worst enemies to parry walk off. I really hate it. It just feels so random. There we go. So now he's parried, and look at me the little thing of walking on thin air. Seems intended. So how the parry walking works is you parry an enemy and you're gonna repost him and roll at the same time. What that does is it keeps you stuck basically in the parry animation, but you escape it. And during the parry animation, your height gets locked. Out waterfall. Oh my god. My ears are actually bleeding here. Oh no. The targeting system in this game is sublime. Don't ever question it. Alright, so here are the skeleton lords for Spooktober. So you kill them, you kill the big guys with the lightning spears, and the small ones you go and use. Oh no. Don't do this to me. And the small ones you use the hexes for. If you can basically strafe all the attacks of the guys. And he really doesn't do that much damage. And here we get our setback. Voila, Skeleton Lord's down. Game sound is really loud on my side, so my ears are actually bleeding right now. It keeps getting worse. Whatever. We don't need ears anyways, right? So we're gonna use Skeleton Lord Soul here, and we're gonna re-equip the Saint's Hood for the sweet extra spellcast. Unequip the set and equip that. We can get rid of this, and we can equip this. A lot of stuff here, and I'm gonna talk about it when it matters. For starters, unequipping the set gives you faster stamina recovery, which can be helpful in some cases. And equipping the Chime, because we're gonna switch the hexes relatively soon. So here we're gonna buy our last miracle, I think. Gonna talk to her to send her back to Majula. Oi, mind your manners. Gonna light this bonfire because we're gonna continue with the rest of the game beforehand. So as you can see, like the parry walking glitch is really opens up a more freedom of routing. So any percent in this game is around 15 minutes. Because of that, like you can just skip entire parts. So here we're gonna talk to the cat, and we're gonna get ourselves a cat ring. And buy all of these and all of those. And we're gonna equip this here, and then we're gonna roll off. As you see me do there, I canceled the live jam animation by running off, because you can actually move during the live jams. I actually forgot to attune it, I think, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to... Oops. I forgot to tune the spell I'm going to use for the Rats fight. Which is going to be Solar Piece. Solar Piece is kind of an annoying spell. It's really good and really bad at the same time. Solar Piece is an AoE that kills multiple undead, and rats are undead apparently. So it kills multiple. However, the amount and which one they kill is all random. And rats are actually really, really fast. Right. Didn't throw me here though. Yet. So that's the big red we should kill. So we're gonna cast 2 more Soul Piece. And if he doesn't dodge it, there we go. Then that's the finish. And that will give us the victory achieved, meaning we killed the boss. Yay. Alright, so upcoming is some... We're gonna go down to the Rotten, but we're not actually gonna fight him. That is because this route is mainly focused on getting powerful first, and then actually killing stuff. So we're gonna actually say hi to the Abyss side quest guy. You know, the one that you need for Dark Lurker. We're gonna go to him first. I'm gonna talk to him at all 3 locations as part of that getting powerful quest, basically. Since if you talk to him 3 times, he will give you a ring, and the ring is... Moving is hard, okay? And the ring... Just gonna continue here. Luckily I took the bonfire. The ring is actually used to increase our hexes damage on the cost of a small bit of HP each time we cast. I really cannot die here again now, before I get my souls back. I'm gonna take it easy here. Yeah, you might imagine if you run at the speed of sound that... Okay, what? Alright, so here you saw a typical case of a baby jump. I'm gonna talk about the other one first. Well, I guess I can go straight to baby jumps. Baby jumps are without a doubt the worst mechanic in this game. Yes, they are intended. Baby jumps are basically tied to your CPU usage. If you use a lot of CPU, then you will get more baby jumps. But they are predictable. Like this one was kind of predictable. It was kind of my fault as well. I jumped really late here. Like if you jump in time, you get a full jump or full-ish jump. So baby jumps are basically you get a jump, but it is... Can we not do this, guys? Hello, I'm stuck here. Can we stop this? I was trapped between there because the guy was like hyperactive or something. Okay, so back to baby jumps because I like blaming this game. Um, baby jumps are like jumps with like less jump height, and that will result in you jumping less far. And jumping less far is obviously bad for some situations, but the most of the time it doesn't matter too much. However, at some situations you really cannot get a baby jump, otherwise you don't make the jumps like that one. That's what you should do. There you go. He's supposed to run at you and then like blow up, but for some reason he went for a face slap for reasons. Right. So you're gonna pick up the Senso gems because Senso gems are basically the life gems over there. There are 30 of them, which are quite a lot. Because we like killed the lady who sells us our healing items, we kind of want some healing items on the way, other than our Estus Flask. So here we take this bonfire and we're gonna rest at it to attune Lightning Spear. And we go and say hi to the Abyss Merchants. Whoops. Roll! Calculated. There I picked up a soul, which was not intended, but nice. Alright, so here we're gonna kill these dudes. Yeah, our casting speed is really low because our attunement is really low. Don't do that. Like, these guys have the worst hitboxes in this game, I think. It's actually really ridiculous. So you should really stay far away from them. Here I'm gonna forgot to equip those. I'm gonna Homer Bone back, and then I'm gonna say hi to the base NPC, and I'm actually gonna port back while talking to him to save just a little bit of time. We're gonna do that now. And that's all because of that getting the ring. The ring is so good. It's not that good actually. It's like 20% increased spell damage, so it's definitely worth the hassle. And so we're gonna do that here. We're gonna talk to him while doing this. Right. So this is one guy. We talked to the one guy, and now we're gonna warp to Majula. And because I took this bonfire here, I can just warp to this if I want to kill Rotten. I have to talk to her. He really gives me bad RNG. Like, that's Emerald Herald, the girl you have to level up with. And she can be at different locations, and she can be sitting. Ideally, you obviously want her to be on your way, but standing up, that's for sure. Because if she's sitting down, you have to wait for her to actually stand up, which takes ages. But yeah, so now we're gonna go talk to the second Abyss NPC, which will be in the after the Shaded Woods. And we're actually gonna pick up a ring in the Shaded Woods. Or at least we're gonna try to, because this ring is like the most horrible ring to pick up in any Souls game ever. And because we like killing people, we're gonna kill this poor... Or well, no, I'm not gonna kill her. They do. Ow. Basically doing that because of souls. I want as much souls as possible because I didn't talk about it, but the Resonant Soul actually takes souls from you with each cast. So dying is bad, and it's really bad in this game because if you die twice in a row, you cannot pick up your souls anymore. And if you don't have your souls, then you cannot cast a spell. And without the spell, you're kind of useless because you have no other real way of dealing damage. So yeah, don't die twice, that's basically what I'm saying here. But I was not intending on dying in the first place, but you know, it happens. Right, so here we're gonna pick up the ring. The ring is really annoying to pick up. Here are those. Because of these guys. Could you stop? I'm gonna YOLO this, and it's gonna end horribly wrong. No! Alright, so these guys, the initial location is set, but the way they walk around is RNG. So this same setup, you can do it 100 times, and it can either work 100 times or it can fail 100 times. There is nothing really to do about it. So it's really unfortunate because normally you can like bait out that attack and then you can just walk around. Ow. See, like, oh, he's here. He's here. Now I can just back off here and hope that they both follow me, and if they do, which they are, run back and hope they'll shoot. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Don't backstep. Alright, we got it. Butt clenched. So yeah, RNG. Going up here and progress with the level. And so we're gonna go and talk to the second Abyss NPC here. Normally I would actually go and light the bonfire and then do the same thing, like bone out or helmet bone out while talking to this guy. But that's only because this game is actually timed in RTA no load. So it's faster RTA no load, but it's not faster RTA. And since this marathon is obviously an RTA, I'm not doing it. So there we picked up another soul. Since I'm doing Dark Lurker really late into the run, I actually am really short on souls in the most part of it. And that is unfortunate. So I'm gonna be picking up a lot of extra souls to like make up for that. So there's gonna be another parry walk that has to be in first try, and I got it first try, so that's cool. This is called the hello. All right, there we go. This is called the Shrine of Winter skip. So basically, I'm entering Drang Lake Castle right now. That's without killing the lords or getting 1 million soul memory. I'm just gonna like skip this entire thing. I'm gonna hit this slope to load in the area, and voila, we skip the Shrine of Winter. We do that partially because there is gonna be a chime here, which is really, really good. And this lizard will drop upgrade materials for us. Picking up the Holy Water Urns for a glitch, I'm gonna attempt later, more as a showcase. It's not really slower or faster to do it. In my opinion at least. So we're gonna enter Drang Lake Castle here. These guys, since my health is like base, this happens. Oh no. And it deal insane amount of damage, and this is gonna be okay, guys. We can stop doing this now. That's one. That's two. Don't kill me. Alright. So we have to kill those two to open up the main gate here. You're just killing them. To get ourselves more souls. Again, because I'm short on souls. I actually don't think I need to kill them right now, like necessarily. But I kind of still want to continue doing it. There we go. Like, they give quite a lot. Lost a bit of time because I actually have to do that, so that's kind of bad, but the more souls, the better. So here we're going to talk to the last Abyss NPC, and that will give us the ring that I was talking about before. Because I used a lot of spells here, I'm going to rest at this bonfire. even though you don't really have to. You can also use a spell restore, which I was not really talking about. What is new in this game, other than Dark Souls 1, is spell restores. You can actually eat a spell restore. What? You die? Instead of just resting at the bonfire. Which will save time in some cases, but not all of them. And here's it, Abyss NPC, and we're gonna talk to him. And he will ask if we join the Covenant. We say yes, and that will give us a ring, which increases our damage, the Abyss Seal. And we're gonna talk to him again for this item. And we're gonna leave. Like normally you would go in there and kill Dark Lurker, but as I said, early Dark Lurker is just a bit more spooky than doing it later on because of your damage output. So here is gonna be the last feature I'm gonna pick up. And that's also actually a really big life gem, which is nice for a fight later on, where you actually have to fight a boss while being poisoned. Alright, so here their AI gets a little bit messed up if I bind a boost through there, so I'm not doing that. And I have to put on the ring here. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, of course I'm missing one. I'm missing the ring that I just... Oops. Okay. So this guy should die in 2. 1, 2. That's him down. That's 1. That's 2. I don't have enough, so I'm gonna have to switch to Lightning Spears or either Spell Restore. Oh. Ow. Die. So yeah, killing him here. They give me the Dragon Rider Soul, and you most likely will remember. The really long elevator here, if you ever play this game. Can we stop? Like, I don't die to actually hard stuff. I die to gravity and enemies behaving weird. Whatever. At least whenever I die, it's close to a bonfire. And I actually really have to get used to the way this game plays. Also, what's in this patch, I think one of the last things that doesn't work on current patch anymore is item duping. And item duping is you can actually use an item and then drop it. You still get the effect of the item, but it will not be used because you can just pick it up again. Don't hit me. Thank you. Ow. You can just close that door and it will not be able to open it. So we grab the chime, and the chime is really, really good. It's not the best yet, but it skills like as I think with what do you call it? Intelligence. Is it S? No, A. Maybe it becomes S when you go +10. I don't know. Anyway, you come over here. We need this guy to go melee mode. Then we need him to come over here so we can... Oh no, I'm dead. I should use an effigy so I can showcase the item juke. This guy has like 2 attacks that he can do, and I misread it. Not too big of an issue though. Again, really close to a bonfire. How fortunate. Alright, so here we go. We went human, and I can just pick up the effigy again. Totally intended showcase of a glitch. And actually heal up. But yeah, like normally you would have like, what, 30 vigor, and I have like, what, 9 now? or 11, whatever. Right, go here, babe. What are you doing? Can you lock on, maybe? There we go. And we can just skip that long elevator ride and we can just walk around. There is actually the final boss. Sadly, she doesn't have an hitbox, and the fight still triggers, even though you shoot her like 10 times, which is unfortunate. And here we load in the area and we just skipped it. We skipped the door, we skipped everything. So here is Mirror Knights, and the fight extremely loud. Oh no! Oh, that's a lot. That's more damage than I thought it would do. Oh, I'm dead. If you're not if you don't look out, he can actually hit you with, or like your spells can go to his shield, which is a mirror, so your spells will get deflected. Nice. It was actually not that bad of a fight. Mirror Knight is actually one of the hardest fights in early game, that's for sure. Right, so here we're gonna go and pop ourselves some souls, which I'm gonna try to dupe. Well, rip. This one. Couldn't dupe them. That's unfortunate. It's not too bad though. So yeah, I kind of hope those souls will make up for the souls I lost for not killing Darklurker. I don't did the math, but I think it kind of checks out. And because we got our new chime and we got a bunch of souls, we're gonna go back to Majula to level up and upgrade our weapons, or our chime more. And we do that because with this lovely lady. We buy 6 of those and 6 of those. We're gonna pick up the bow because we're gonna use it later. We can actually not wield the bow, but we're gonna use it for triggering a boss fight later on. So we obviously need some arrows, and we're gonna reinforce to +8. And we get as much as we can. So we go like, oh, we want to like to go to 20. Actually 25 would be nice. Let's go to 20, that's fine. Want it like this. Yeah, this is fine. More, as I said, more attunement will grant us more spell costs. We're gonna warp back to Triumph of Mana and we're gonna kill the frog, the Demon of Song. So up until now, this route actually made sense, but I actually have a list next to me, so I know like the route, because the route really becomes a bit random and like do whatever. If you look up the official, not the official, like if you look up the notes of this route, it basically says up until Felstad, the order, and after that is like kill the rest with your spells. So it really doesn't matter. There is somewhat of routing going on, not too much. So I just want to make sure I'm not skipping any bosses. I'm not taking any bonfires here because with the Bino boost, the Shrine of Mana is not that bad. They actually nerfed this place a lot in current patch. So It is technically harder here. However, because we have Bino Boost, it's not really that much harder. Oh, I think I forgot to mention, you can only do this run on vanilla Dark Souls 2, which is the only Dark Souls 2 you should play because it's so much fun. Play this game, guys. It's fun. My binder boosting there was kind of off. Luckily, like, oh, this was a bit far away from the bonfire, but since we have binder boost, it doesn't really matter. Right. Thing is though that we cannot die again, like I said, because of spell uses. So the thing you're gonna do in this version of the game, you can just you want to bait out the attacks of these dudes by walking into them, and then they all should miss you. It's actually consistent. I just missed the strat there, which is alright. But it really sets the tone for the Soul speedruns. It's consistent in most parts actually. However, if you miss or if you do something incorrectly or make like one mistake, you're dead and you're gonna lose a lot of time. Which makes the speedrun and like that. There we go. That's what you should do. I'm gonna take this one though because reasons. I should get rid of this one actually. Don't do this. Stop being rude. Okay. But in the end, like, it gives you more satisfaction, I guess, because it's actually more punishing. Like, even though we are unlike Dark Souls 1, we are not in low health all the time. However, because you don't level up any health until really late game, you're not really getting any benefit from not having low health. Actually, even if you want to, you cannot use the rotation ring. Since in this patch, the rotation ring does not work with hexes or with magic in general. It only boosts physical attack, which is stupid, obviously, but it's how it is. So, upcoming is Velstad, and killing Velstad and obtaining the King's Ring will unlock, will make us able to level up our weapon to +10. And that's obviously a really good thing. I guess I have everything I need. I'm gonna equip those. I guess I'm gonna equip arrows, whatever. Nothing much to do on this ladder. Like, you popped all the souls on the other ladder, or another elevator, I mean. So here we just jump out. We are skipping this bonfire because nothing really can go wrong, unless I run off a cliff again. If that happens, then I'm losing like 10 minutes. Let's just play well, like an actual. Let's actually act like I know this game. Actually put hours in it. Not even close. Not even close. Can you break? Thank you. Nobody can break that by running into it. So again, low on spells, so I'm gonna rest here, and I'm actually gonna parry walk again to skip lowering the platform on the other, like the bridge. This guy has like multiple attacks, like this one. I was expecting to do that. If you see him doing the animation of getting parried, but actually not getting parried, like this, it's just saying the game saying no. There's not really a explanation why that happens. So I should be getting the parry walk twice already, but There we go. The game just doesn't let me do it for some weird reason. So Velstealth can be really fast, but they can also be like an actual fight. I actually really like Velstealth as an actual boss. So here we're gonna try and make like enemies behave differently if you are in the parry walk state. For some reason, like they cannot interrupt you at fog gates anymore. Worth. Oh, another thing. If you play this game, you will know what I'm talking about here. I don't have any adaptability, or yeah. He's gonna shoot Darby. He's gonna be a memer. Or just parry him to punish him for that. Die. So yeah, you can actually parry Velstealth, which is kind of cool. Like he's a huge guy and you're just like, nope. You're not getting an attack. So we grab the King's Ring, which will unlock the shops for us, and now we Homer Bone out. We're actually gonna go and level up our weapon later when we need to. So now we're gonna go to kill gargoyles. For gargoyles, we're actually gonna parry walk again. So like it's not like you parry walk once. Yeah, you parry walk once and then you don't do it anymore. You can do this glitch. You will do this glitch multiple times throughout the run, which make it a lot more fun. That's actually really good. So this fight can go really wrong really fast, because once we want to go a little bit YOLO on them. So we're gonna cast Scraps of Life here, and then I'm gonna go over this guy and I'm gonna cast it twice. I'll take that damage. Cast it again here. And again here. But you'll leave most of them with like very little HP, and this was a really good fight. What? What? Okay. What happened? I've never seen that happen before. Okay. Huh? Oh my god. Well, nice meme. Alright, so I know what happened. It's like the guy, the gargoyle was actually stuck there for some for some reason. And he, if you're stuck in Dark Souls 2, the game thinks you're falling. So the game actually thought that the gargoyle was falling from great distance and actually took fall damage. So the gargoyle just died from fall damage. Good stuff. Hey, at least like the game treats you differently. It's equally annoying and unfair to you as it is to the enemies, which is alright. Does that make the game fair again? What? Can you die, maybe? Okay, well. Alright, one thing I didn't mention yet is that hexes actually are casted behind you. So if you're too close to an enemy or to a wall or to whatever, your cast will not hit him. Because this game is well designed. I'm not sure if they actually patched that. Like hexes are way worse in current patch than in older versions. I'm just gonna go and use this, or I'll light it, just in case I die to Sinner. Like Sinner can casually dodge all of your spells. All right, that's interesting. Yeah, if she wants to, she can just dance around. Which is really bad, but whatever. Oh, what? Okay. That was some controller lag or disconnection. Again, what is happening? Uh-oh. I'm spooked, guys. I'm really scared. Oh, ME4 disconnects like right when you're about to walk off a cliff. That would be a shame. So we're gonna use some more souls here. Okay, and we're gonna send the elevator back just in case. And again, since the enemies are not used to me being so fast, I should be able to make this in time without emitting me, which worked. And here we're gonna go and kill Sinner, and Sinner is like Hoppy. She's basically the Sith of Dark Souls 2. Oh yeah, and the hitboxes. But if you, at this point, expect good hitboxes from this game, you're not gonna get those. Thanks, Sinner. What? No way. She caught me in like the middle of the roll. And as I didn't really explain. I did name it once. I didn't explain it though about adaptability. This class starts with the least amount of adaptability. And adaptability will give you more iframes the more you level it up. So ideally you will get like around 32. We have 4. So some attacks are either insanely hard to dodge or just not dodgeable at all. No, no, no. Not even close. Oh god. This game really knows how to kill you. Alright, so we're gonna wait and we're gonna send it back. Hopefully I'm not gonna die again, but as I said, Sinner likes to dodge your spells. Filthy input reader. If only I could read her inputs, like way before. Awesome. Oh, I want those souls, dude. Right, so, alright, that's a good one. If she doesn't jump, gonna cost twice. Nice. Don't jump. Okay, that's a good. I can live with this. Die. Oh no. Alright. So yeah, that's what I said. Sinner. Sinner just being Sinner. It's alright, so now we're gonna one of the last bosses until we're gonna level up. We're gonna kill 2 more bosses and then we're gonna do the final level up of the game. And then we are, I think, halfway through. More or less. So we go and kill the Ornstein of this game. Like every Dark Souls has a Ornstein or Ornstein-like. Dark Souls 1 obviously has the real one. Then over here it's the old Dragon Slayer, and for some reason he switched to dark magic instead of lightning. Just go with it. Accept Tanimura's greatness. Alright, so I'm gonna lower this, and I should be. Let me actually use this. I'm actually gonna pick up the 5 that are in this chest, just to be sure. I should never need them, but you know, just in case. And Ornstein, alright. We're gonna go and tank this hit. He's gonna charge. Or he's gonna be slow. Right. And that's Ornstein. He dies relatively fast-ish. So, upcoming is the last boss before the final level up, where we go and get more attunements, more damage, and a little bit of HP. And yeah, it's basically nothing much to say. We just go and rush from boss to boss right now. I'm gonna equip the bow here because normally you have to go and ring the bell. However, if and only if you can hit it with any projectile, that can be a spell, that can be an arrow, it can be a throwing knife, whatever, any projectile will do. It will ring as well, so you can actually like ring the bell from a great distance and then make your way to the boss and arrive just when the boss is there. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take the bonfire because it's like really on the way. Like unlike Dark Souls 1, you can warp to any bonfire. So taking bonfires on the way is like almost stupid not to do, because it loses you like 1 second and they save you like a minute of running if you die. There are multiple strats here to do. Since it's marathon, I was gonna do the safe strat. Like they are, especially with binder boosting, they are like what, 10 seconds away from each other in terms of speed. There we hit the bell, and gonna go and wait for the boat to arrive. There's nothing really much to do. Like we can pop some souls. I guess I'm gonna do that. Here. Get just a little bit of more levels out of it after this. Oh. So Flexile is a kind of an early game boss, so we'll do some decent amount of damage to this dude. I'm gonna keep the Owen Bone ready. So we want him to be a little bit passive. Not a little bit passive. And there we go. And that will, technically, that would be your last Homeward Bone if you do the optimal routing, like the routing that is faster for RTA no load. But since I do the routing for RTA, I actually have 1 spare. But now we're gonna go and level up. So to do that, we're gonna go and visit this lady the last time. Buy ourselves this. Be more of those. And we're gonna level up to +10. And we can see what we can get from the levels here. We want 30, 29. Want this to 38. This to 10. And then we can pump the rest into vitality. Which, that's not that much, but it's better than nothing. Let's go and kill. Go kill Guardian, right? Yeah, okay. So we can actually skip this gate, like we can skip everything in this game. We can skip the gate opening here. However, if you do that, you have to go the other way around and actually set up for it. And the setup takes more time than just waiting and for the gate to open. Equip the ring. The ring is like the key for this gate. Need anything special? Well, we're not gonna level up, so we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We can keep that. It's fine. Actually, we want to. We'll make it easier for menuing later on. That's all. Here is gonna spawn an NPC, but we're just gonna run so fast, he's not even gonna notice us. He doesn't even get the chance of noticing us. And just gonna make our way to the boss again, like I said. And this boss, actually, we leveled up 10 endurance, and you would say, like, why would you need endurance if you're a caster? And since the spells in this game actually takes up its stamina, with 10 endurance you can barely cast 4 times, I think, 4 or 5. I think it's 5 actually. You can get 5 casts off. And the 5th cast, if you do it correctly, the strat, hopefully we can. If you do the strat correctly, the dude will actually die before he can fly up. We're gonna move. And so we need 3 headshots for this to work. Don't think it's gonna work. No, it's not. Ah, that's unfortunate. But we need an extra cause, but who cares? Right. There's nothing we need to do here, we just wait for it. There's actually a skip coming up that's also used in the current patch version of this game. With the skip you can basically skip a lot of walking around. We can YOLO it and do it with the binoculars, boost active, but you will save like a second or so. It's definitely not worth it. So we're gonna talk to her and this will give us the H-Feather. The H-Feather is basically an infinite homeward drone. We're gonna take this because if we die to the skip, it's gonna be hell walking back. So it's quite unfortunate since Bind the Boost and Parallel get patched. If you want to run this with the DLC, you have to run on the current patch, or at least a more recent version. And those versions all have this glitch patch, which is really unfortunate. The good thing is you can actually do reverse boss order, at least mostly reverse in this game, which is obviously meanie, but really fun to do. It makes for some really cool skips. Right. We'll take this bonfire mostly because of the upcoming part. Like there's an AI bug here we can abuse. But if it fails, we have to do the skip again. So just stupid not take the bonfire. If there is an absolute 100% safe way of doing it, why are you doing it? That guy's just going for a walk, which is what we want. Oh no. Okay, cool. So I actually want to keep an eye on my health. An extra eye on my health. Since this fight, he has a lot of HP. And because he has that much of HP, and the ring drains HP each time, I can die from just casting my spells here. So this is kind of a cheese here. Hello, can you do something, sir? Okay. So basically what we want is we want him to not fly. Whoa, 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 whoa! What? What is happening? Right, so... Oh my god. What's he gonna do? Don't fly again. Hello, can you at least do something? Hello? There you go. Well, that was an interesting fight to say the least. So now we're gonna wrap up the Iron Keep part of the run, starting at Jebba or Covetous Demon, or how you want to call it, and making our way to Mita and Smelter and Old Iron King. Oh. There actually was a... it was not parry walking, however, a parry walking like glitch got found called item walking. It's not as good as parry walking, but it basically works the same. You will you will parry him, and you will, instead of actually reposting to him and rolling, you will use an item and roll, and it also does the same thing, but it's less. It will break a lot easier. Like the connection to the guy breaks easier. Right. Here we can cause 5 times to, 4 times. And want to finish off. Like, as with the most Souls games, I would say, you will spend some time getting overpowered, and after a while, when you did your setup for it, you are ridiculously OP, and you just destroy bosses, which will make the games fun. Like, it has a hard and reset heavy start, but it gives you some nice damage back once you get the run going. So normally in a casual playthrough you would drain the poison from Mita. However, it's faster to not drain it and just use an old Radiant Life Gem to like regain that health you keep getting drained here. However, it makes the fight more reset heavy. You can take that. You want it to do ranged. That's not ranged. YOLO. Nice. So that's Mita. Now we're going to wrap up the rest, which means Old Iron King and Smelter. Both are, or at least we're gonna go and parry walk to the Old Iron King, which is slightly faster. And I think I can skip the bonfire here because I have enough healing items to back me up. Let's actually use another one. Yeah. Like, I now have plenty. I can just light the bonfire because we need it, but don't reset it, which saves me a bit of time. So this is by far the most annoying enemy to parry walk. because they have an attack that's like a frame of line up and then they just attack. So you basically, like this one, you just parry and pray. Like that. Because the buckler has some sweet parry, special parry frames, you can just do that and it's... Right there. Don't mind me. So enemy AI will get a bit, yeah, confused about this whole parry walking situation. And here we skipped a lot of really annoying stuff. I'm gonna heal up here. You cannot get the perfect fight anymore because you need to start casting ASAP. I don't have to wait here. But it was still really good. This actually... I never tested this before, so that was like kind of testing on the go. During the scratch of life, that really is helpful. Once he does like the arm, because you can dodge it by just standing close. And he will always follow up with another attack. And if it is the arm stomp like there... Oh, what are you doing? Don't get a baby jump here. Didn't get a baby jump. Luckily, the BSG PC is alright, so we can just kind of expect to not get baby jumps. Oh, damn it. Ah. Why didn't you buff? Alright, so normally you do 3 attacks, you dodge one, and then he buffs. But he just idled and didn't buff. I really was expecting him to go into a second phase. But again, you cannot expect anything to go well with a game like this. Popping a soul here because resonant soul and stuff, you need a souls to spend for the costs. So yeah, that was weird. It was not really. It's kind of bad, but it was just weird. Him being so passive. Right, so I cast once, 3 times. Full, and he goes second phase. Not. Can you go in second phase? And third phase he's up. There we go. Like you can skip all the phases if you do enough damage, then he will just follow you up with an attack, and you have to go and kill Chariot now, I think. No, Rotten. And again, it doesn't really matter. Rotten is. Oh, it is Chariot. Over there. And Chariot actually also has a really interesting parallel. Also, Chariot is my nemesis. The fight itself is not that hard, but the enemies around it can really be annoying. So normally you like walk around the entire thing, but we can also just like here, the swag parry. Miss the parry walk, obviously. Dude. Bad thing is, because we leveled up so much, we actually deal a lot of damage. And oh, what are you doing? There we go. So we have to go over there. So we're just gonna hug this wall, and the game will put me up. And here it loads a new area, or it should load a new area, and the parry wall just stops because the enemy gets unloaded, and I'm no longer linked to him. Oh. So we can one-cycle him if we are really optimal with our parry walks. I mean with our vinyl boosts here. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm definitely gonna get it. Ah, come on, dude. Put a thing. And this is why I hate this boss. You have to keep an eye on the caster, you have to keep an eye on the enemies, and you have to keep an eye on the boss itself. Luckily, there's not that much left anymore, though. After this, it's Rotten. Let's see, what do we have left? We have Rotten, we have the Giants, then we have Giant Lord, then we have Hendrik, obviously. Easy got the parry walk first try, which is good. So Venrig, Giant Lord, Rotten, the whole Freya segment, and Dark Lurker. And then we're done. So it's not... What is this insane input reading? Can you like not do this maybe? Alright, so you do this. Find the boost here, you use thingy. Find the boost some more. This can be one cycle. What? Okay, I was not expecting that. I'm not expecting that to kill me as well. Oh, well. This is what I mean, like, this is why I really hate this boss. Like, so much can go wrong here. And I'm actually gonna start running low. Going up the parry walk. See you guys one more time, hopefully. Okay. Can you like not input read me right now? This guy, dude. Oh, I don't have any souls. Well. Eye on this guy. Huh. There we go. Good. So that is Chariot down, now Rotten, Giant Lord, and then the rest. So I lost my souls in the early game a bit, I think, which means I didn't get as much vitality as I would like. It doesn't really matter too much, but I actually think with the proper routing, I would have gotten enough vitality to survive that, but it doesn't matter too much. No. Yeah, Rotten is obviously like the Nito of this game, and he's obviously really defensive against dark magic. He takes a bit to kill, but it's alright. In Melee, I actually really like Rotten and all of its mechanics with like the arm cutting and stuff. So here we're gonna go and burn the aesthetic, and we're not gonna fight Rotten again. We are, however, gonna fight the giants beneath again. Since you might know that Venric is really resistant against like literally every type of defense. And the only way to lower his defense is with the giant souls. This is actually the fastest way. Like 2 is optimal. With 3 you get not as much defense lowered as that you get like fast from the fight. That was clutch. Right, so that's one soul of a giant, and after that we're gonna get another one to get like the optimal defense for Venric to get him killed. With Venric actually being a super slow fight, it's actually kind of tricky as a caster, since he will read your inputs, and when he reads your inputs, he can do follow-ups that he normally won't do with melee, and yeah, they do insane amount of damage, sadly. So the way you normally get the soul of a giant would be with like running through the memories of the giants and then picking up the soul at the end of each memory. I tried testing and I tried asking around a bit what other runners did in terms of like other souls that you can pick up. Other souls of a giant in a memory, they're like really short ones, but they are apparently still 10 seconds slower than killing these guys again, which is really boring, but it makes for a much easier and faster fight at Fenric, so that's really good. So now we're gonna pick up the last soul of giants given by the Giant Lord, which is obviously also a boss, so we have to kill him. So this is actually still not patched. You can just go here, do a gesture, and I said do a gesture. And get on top of here. You can aim for there, and if you jump and you don't get a baby jump, you will actually skip open the dead door opening a bit faster. So we're gonna go and kill Giant Lord now. Giant Lord can be tricky in the way that his hitboxes are weird, and that some things can randomly, like the giants over here, can randomly hit you. If we are lucky, this head hits him, but it didn't, sadly. It's RNG based because he has to walk forward. If he doesn't walk forward, then he doesn't get hit. But again, as a caster, it's really easy. That gave us our last giant soul, and we can go and kill Venric now, which is by far the most boring fight in this game. So if you were planning on like going somewhere to grab a drink or anything, this is the time to do it. Because it's just like hugging his right side and not dying, basically. Nice. Alright, I got the backup there. I was not thinking I could. No way. This is kind of annoying. Not too bad, luckily. If you get hit during a parry walk, you cannot bind a boost anymore, nor change your height. which is not that bad for this particular skip because I was intending on breaking the parallel really quick after that anyway. But it was kind of annoying not being able, or not being able to pair minor boost. Right, Vendrick. Yeah, you see the amount of damage that we're dealing here. It's like really not that much. So we want to stand here. Oh, I don't like you being in this wall too much. Nice. Okay. Props to Stannis Baratheon on that one. I hadn't tested. But actually, if you cast your Script of Life again there, he will follow up, and the follow will actually go over your head. And like the scripts are like what you want to use on this fight the most, because he is so passive. The script will deal a lot of damage to him. As he should be dead soonish now. There we go. That's Vendrick. Now it's wrapping up the Freya segments and then Dark Lurker, and then we're done. Actually, this is from the old patch. This is the least ran category, I think. The most ran is obviously any percent, which is really cool. However, because you skip so much in this game, we are actually underpowered and underleveled by the time we reach the end. So it's kind of funny how getting the Chandra glitch is actually a must, because you just can't do anything else. Worth. Nice. That was a good fight. The scraps were well placed. Like, if you do the scraps too early or too late, they either don't hit or you get hit and you get interrupted. But this is good. So we can make our way to the big red now, which are also new threats were found like yesterday or the day before. So, oh, I should really have taken that bonfire. Okay, we're good. Get a baby jump? No baby jumps, nice. Okay, so the new threats are basically, instead of casting Scraps of Life once, the spell, we're gonna cast it twice, and it should almost kill the big red here. Taking this just in case. And we used to actually get Dead Again as another spell, and Dead Again. Oh, let's see. And of course. Oh, unnudgeable charge. What a god. Can we? Oh my god. Can we stop with the meme attacks, dude? So the charge is like really precise to dodge. With like 30 adaptability. However, I've like, what, 4, I think. So the way that I dodged that charge was really not... I really didn't think that was possible, but apparently it was. Take notes, Lich Ban. No tense. Over here we are gonna get more use of Scraps of Life. Since there are a lot of enemies, this boss is basically I don't know why they put this in. Even. There's just a lot of enemies. That's the boss. And Scraps of Life is good to get rid of those. So we use Scraps for the little guys, and then we use Great Resonance Soul for the big ones. I should have enough here. So we're actually approaching the final stage of the run. So he's gonna explode here. Gonna go in and call Scraps once, twice, and did it just despawn? What? Okay, I was kind of confused there, but whatever. So that was a really good fight. We're gonna light it and not rest at it because resting is slow. And I can use a spell restore later on for basically free, which is obviously faster than resting. So it's Freya, Dark Lurker, and then the Throne Boys, and Nashandra, obviously. So because this is the old version of the game, before 1.10, there is no Aldia in this one. So this will end in Nashandra and not in Eldia like you're probably used to. If you've seen all bosses run. But you have exactly enough to kill this guy here. And because we're out of spells, we're gonna use Spell Restore here. Nice, and we cancelled it by running off there. Again, a lot of small enemies, so we're gonna use Scraps here to kill those. Run around. Us 3 times here. Over the head, probably break. Oh no, come on, don't do this. Nice. It was a good end to a bad fight, basically. So with that, Freya is down, and I'm gonna go back here to as a place called Majula, and level up another weapon called Cleric Sacred Chime, which you normally don't level up. However, we can level it up, so why not? And this will increase our miracle damage. And since Dark Lurker is really resistant to magic or to hexes, we're gonna use miracles on him.
I'll be around.
Let's see. It's during the castle. Here it is. I should have tuned it here to save some time, but I can do it here as well. Here we're gonna tune Lightning Spear. Alright, upcoming is basically the coolest skill of this game, but also the most random. There is a lot of discussion about this under the old patch runners. Currently we're thinking there's a one or two pixels that will reset your height and will actually make sure that you will take a lot of fall damage without any reason whatsoever. We tried to find consistent setups, but for like years we couldn't find anything. I don't think it's happening, but man can dream. Here we want Hevel to come and join our party, but we want Ricker to go home, which he does. Hevel's two-handing. This is like what I always do. It will always lose you time. However, it's the most consistent way of dealing with this. You cannot parry the two-handed attack from Hevel. It's not like that I'm chickening out here. It's just that you cannot parry him, and we need to parry Hevel. And with the little invincibility frames that I have, it's not really good. I don't fall. If he falls, then okay, he doesn't fall. Good. Oh, if he fell, that would be a good meme. Gonna have to bone back because I need him to be alive. Here. Alright, so we go out of bounds and we're gonna get some height by jumping on this little tunnel. Then we're gonna get some height by jumping on this tunnel. Getting more height here. And this skips basically doing all the 3 separate Darklurker dungeons, so this skip saves like 10 minutes. It's one of the older skips in the game. This is really cool. And I hope that I'm not touching the magical pixel here. That will reset my height and make me die miserably. We're gonna... There are new setups, but they are just as bad as the old ones, so I'm just gonna use the old one here. Here, okay, and now this is where it becomes interesting. You can either fall through, or this happens, and... Okay, I didn't die, which is completely luck-based. I mean skill-based. Right, so there's Dark... Okay, I was afraid he wasn't there for a second. Alright, there. Nice. You actually really want him to fight, at least to start, far away from him. Laser maybe? Oh, you're a god. Nice, that was a really good fight. The laser there really helped out as well. Right, this is now the last part of the game where we're going to fight the Throne Duo and Nashandra. For Throne Duo, there's not really too much to say. For Nashandra, I am gonna try and glitch her out by disabling her AI. I'm not sure if it's gonna work though. I'm gonna try my very best to do so. I cannot promise anything. Like the glitch is practically frame perfect, so in a marathon and all that, knowing my luck. We hype if we get it though. It saves very little time if you get it, if it saves time at all. Because normally you will cause scraps which will hit her once or twice. And you don't do that now, so you lose time if you don't get it. Alright, so this guy dies in 3. And we are hoping him not to block here. That's good. Tank that. Oh, nice. I hit the dude. Alright. Might work. Oh, what? Oh, we didn't get it. That's unfortunate. Actually, let me use this. That's stupid. That was really close. Probably my positioning was a bit off there, but it was really close. Oh, Najran, not really that interesting of a fight. But for tech, get ready on time. Time will be when I hit final cutscene here and the screen goes black. There we go. Time. We are underestimates, and that's all I care about for now. Breaking the curse. Breaking the underestimate curse. But thank you so much for watching Dark Souls 2. all boss, no DLC. And thank you so much for watching this event. I'm gonna give it back to hosts.